Welcome everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys your weekly reading for the soul contract lost love connection in your life. So I do tend to channel for those that are experiencing a separation or challenge, so please keep that in mind, but only take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. All the decks I'm going to be using here will be listed down below, as well as this beautiful Orgonite, which is called the Treasure Trove Unicorn, created by my friend Michelle from Wing and Bell. So this reading really is for the viewer to help to inspire you and to motivate you in order to take back control of your life. Yes, we're going to be focusing, of course, on this person, but it is for your own growth and healing purposes. It's not to keep you hung up or stuck on anyone. We should always be moving forward with our lives. That truly is the greatest form of self-love and self-care, not only for yourself, but also for other people in your life. So anyways, you guys, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to take a look and see kind of like a you versus them. We're going to see where your person is at on their journey of growth and ascension and healing, just kind of where they're at. And then we're going to take a look at where you're at, all right? So let's do that. So this is going to be your person's energy. Oh, let me just grab these cards here. Perfect. Let's see where your person is at this time, okay? So whoever you are watching this reading about or for, let's see. Where is your person currently at on their journey? Because sometimes just knowing where someone's at on their journey, it kind of can help us, you know, especially if we're thinking a certain thing. Sometimes this can clear things up. That's why we do this here. So let's see what we've got going on for your person. Okay, so they are in the Hermit's energy. You could be dealing with a Virgo, of course, because the Hermit is connected to the sign of Virgo. But this is an energy where somebody is wanting to be in a state of solitude. You can clearly see the keyword there. This person's also holding a book. So there is a chapter that has been written, and there is a chapter that has not been written. So one thing that we are going to go into in this reading is unfinished business, because you and this person clearly have unfinished business. Now, do you need this other person to heal? Do you need this other person to be able to move forward with your life? Absolutely not. No one has that much power or control over you unless you allow them to, okay? But some of you guys do have unfinished business, and maybe you'll clear it in this life with this person, or maybe you'll do it without. But we're still going to, of course, look into it. But your person right now might just be alone, spending time on their own, wanting to retrieve, kind of go into their shell. So let's see what they're experiencing as they're in this state of solitude or this shell. Okay, so we have the Condor. It says you're too enmeshed in this situation, so step back and see the bigger picture before making any decisions or taking action. So what's going on for your person is that they've got too much going on. They need to take a step back. This is why they're pulling away. They could be experiencing a lot of stress on their journey or in their lives or in their lives. I don't know why I can't talk, in their life in general. So it's better for them to kind of take a step back and look at the bigger picture before proceeding forward. That's why they have retrieved into their shell. Now, this could, of course, explain why they've done this with you, if that's a part of the story. They just need some time and space on their own. What else do we need to understand and know about this person and their journey? Okay, so we have the Five of Swords. Now it is in the reverse position. I'm getting here that this person does not want to fight. This was the easiest thing for them to do. Now, if this is about you, this could just be that they didn't want to argue anymore. They didn't want to hurt you anymore. Because if it was upright, this would tell me that this person maybe isn't aware of themselves. They're not aware of, you know, the things that they've done. I feel like this person is aware of what they've done. Okay, so it's just better to be in a state of solitude and silence from you, or just in general, in order for them to basically figure out their issues, their problems, whatever's going on here. What else? We have the Cardinal. So we have a couple of birds coming up here. We've got the polarities of your spiritual pursuits and physical pleasures are out of balance. So do whatever is necessary to bring them back into equilibrium. Okay, so it's almost like your person has lost their balance. They've lost their way. There could be a lot of physical things that they've put a lot of time and effort into, whether that be money, physical relationships, their physical appearance, whatever this is, they put a lot of effort and time into it. And usually when we do that, there's nothing that's wrong with that, but we can sometimes lose sight of what is truly important, and that is what's going on the inside. Do we feel nourished on the inside, or are we just too busy focused on money or the physical outer appearance of things? So I feel like your person may have had some conflict because they put too much importance on outward things, and so they're kind of needing to go now within, so that way they can figure out what truly does make them happy. So it's almost like the pursuit of happiness is what your person is currently doing. Okay, interesting. I think that there is The Pursuit of Happiness. Is that a movie? I don't know. I think it has Will Smith in it, but I could be wrong. All right, what else? Okay. We also have the Four of Pentacles, firm foundation. The fact that it's reversed tells me here that your person is letting go, okay? They're kind of letting go of who they are. They're letting go of their foundation. They're letting go of what has felt safe to them for quite some time. So I feel like your person is probably going through some sort of a major transformation, major upheaval. Now, this could be outside circumstances. They could have lost their job, lost their way, lost something, so it's in a way forcing this transformation. But regardless, the foundation that they felt secure in seems to be gone, or it's shaky right now. Now we have the manatee. It says accept the situation as it is rather than fighting to change it. So I do feel like your person is probably struggling a little bit with these changes that are trying to take place for them. But something has to change because it just no longer serves them. It's no longer a part of who they are. So major transformation could be like even a dark night of the soul that your person is currently going through. So if they pulled away from you, there's a reason for it. Even if this has happened a long time ago, this is just obviously currently where they're at. They're going through some sort of major stuff. So that's where your person is at. Let's see where you are at this particular time. Where is the viewer at this time? Where is the viewer at? You, the person watching the video, at this time on your journey. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man's energy. Okay, so the Hanged Man, it says observe. I feel like you have definitely observed everything that has happened to you in your life with this person, everything from every freaking angle possible. I feel like rather than staying stuck, because you may have kind of been hung up on this person, or you may have been stuck on this person for a while, I feel like you are letting go. And I think that that's a good thing, because obviously things are meant to be. If you and this person are meant to reconcile or be together at some point, that will just happen. But holding on to it or investing in it isn't going to make it happen any quicker. And it doesn't mean you're going to lose it if you let go. It's either yours or it's not. So I feel like you guys have gone through a bunch of different stuff. To me, when I see this card, it reminds me of the chakras. So we've got the sacral chakra, that orange energy. We've got the solar plexus, which is the third chakra. We have the green, which is the fourth chakra, the heart chakra. We've got the blue, which is the throat chakra. I hope I said that all right. I feel like I didn't. But anyways, I've got 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Now this is like the white energy here. To me, this is like ascension. This is like kind of going beyond that. So I feel like you guys have really done a lot of healing and a lot of work, perhaps because of your dealings with this individual. But you've cleared a lot of stuff. You may have cleared up intimacy issues that you had connected to other people. This person could have brought up a lot of stuff for you, so you could clear it. The solar plexus chakra is about our confidence and feeling good again, believing in ourselves. And so I feel like you've got a piece of your soul, piece of yourself back. The heart chakra, of course, is about the way that we love ourselves, we love other people. And then the throat chakra is all about communication, being very clear moving forward, what it is that we want in this life. So in a way, the message that I'm getting is that this person has really helped you to become a stronger person. So despite whatever happens here, it doesn't matter. This person has definitely helped you to be a better version of yourself. And that's an amazing thing. Okay. So let's see what else we got going on. We have the Meerkat. Oh, one of my favorite things to watch at the zoo. Get support from a trusted group of like-minded friends. Wow. So you guys, you could have already done this, or you're currently in this energy where you have found your community, you have found your tribe, you have found your people. A lot of you guys could even be in like a support therapy group, or just you have someone that's a support system to you that really helps you to see things in a whole new way. So again, you guys have sought support, you've sought healing, and you're working it. You're either working some sort of program, or you are on this state of improvement. It's like self-improvement all the way. And I kind of like this because the Meerkat is very alert. You can see them, they stand up and they look around. They're on high alert. I feel like there's something about, you're seeing something here. You're seeing something differently than you've seen it before. And maybe it took this, what you've gone through with this individual, or just what you're going through right now, in order for you to see things in a whole new way. It's beautiful. It's like a whole new world. The Aladdin. So that's coming through too. Wow. Okay, so you and this person actually share this energy. 5 of Swords. And it's funny because you guys are both, I feel, kind of accepting that maybe right now the best thing to do is to either not speak or not deal with each other at this time. Because you can either see this as a win or a lose situation. I'm getting here, you're actually seeing this as a win, because when it's upright, it means we feel really heavy. We feel defeated. We feel like we're losing. No, when it's reversed, this is a positive card, because it tells us that we're willing. As you can see, that sword is falling out in this position. It's falling out of the stuck position. We're no longer stuck focusing on everything tragic that happened here. We're willing to either forgive, heal, and move forward. So I feel like you guys are not waiting for this person any longer. Good for you. I feel like you're just kind of accepting that that's where this person is at right now on this journey, and you're accepting where you're at on your journey. So instead of kind of keeping that knife in your heart, or just in the situation, you're pulling it out. That's beautiful. You're pulling out the knife. You're no longer interested in staying stuck in this situation. And now we have the humpback whale. It says music is essential to your healing and well-being, whether singing, playing an instrument, or listening. Beautiful. So I feel like you guys are focusing on something else. You guys are learning to focus on maybe your talents or healing, or things that make you feel good. Obviously, music that's very healing, or things that are good for your soul, your well-being. That's really what you guys are focused on. You're not focused on the negatives anymore. You're not focused on the bitterness of the situation. You're focused on, how you can be happier, how you can be that great version of yourself. I love it. All right, last one. And then we have the 3 of Swords. Again, another positive card when it's in the reverse position. You're no longer going to spend any time being sad or isolating yourself or waiting for things to change. I feel like you have the courage and the strength to move forward with your life, to just focus on other stuff. There's more to life than being sad over this person or this situation. Whatever has happened for a reason. So we're going to learn now to let it go, so that way we can focus on what we came here to do. And it was ultimately to grow and heal. And sometimes those things do happen through sadness and grief, but we've been in this for a while now. And now it's time for us to enjoy ourselves and to do things that are good for us. And if this doesn't feel good for you anymore, I feel like some of you guys are willing to kind of let it go for now. And if it returns later, then you'll deal with that then, but you're not going to put your life on hold any longer. And I think that that's wonderful. Let's see. And then we have the Wolverine. Oh, you're a lot tougher than you, You're a lot tougher than you think you are. Because if anything has happened here, you guys, what has not killed you has only made you frickin' stronger. So like the frickin' Wolverine. So of course, a bunch of movies are coming to me. It's Red Dawn, okay? Wolverines is that whole movie. It's like you're surviving. You're a fighter. You're tough now. And it's not like a tough exterior where you're not going to let anyone in ever again or never be vulnerable again, but you're going to become stronger for this. You're going to have healthier boundaries. Maybe you're not going to dismiss red flags. Maybe your wounds, you're no longer going to respond like trauma response. A lot of the connections that we experience in a lifetime, a lot of those were responding from unhealed wounds and trauma. And so that's why we end up in situations where it just goes completely haywire and it's not successful. So until we go through it enough times, we can't heal. So I feel like this person may have been like that last straw for you, to where you've really looked in the mirror and said, you know what? I don't want to go through this. I don't want to take this into other areas of my life. I'm going to do what I can to kind of take personal inventory and figure out how I can be a better person. And even if they're doing it or not, it doesn't matter. You're focusing on yourself. And I think that that's awesome. All right, you guys, so that's kind of a you versus them, where you guys are both out on the spiritual journey. It's not better versus the other. It's just where things are at. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the unfinished business that exists between you and this person, okay? The unfinished business that exists between you and this person currently. So this could, of course, fall under the lines of the soul contract of what you guys came here to do, what you guys have not fulfilled yet, or what might be stuck. Maybe you'll pick it up in another lifetime, perhaps this one. What is the energy here surrounding the soul contract, the leftover unfinished business? Ooh, we have caught in a web. Okay. So I'm getting this. One of you guys could be caught up in a web. I really don't feel like it's you guys, the person watching the video, even though there could be aspects of you that are still working on letting this go. But the majority of you, I feel like you have already successfully decided that you're no longer going to, put your life on hold or just grieve over this situation. It's almost like the grieving is coming to a close. So I did see that your individual, though, there seems to be some things that are crumbling for them. So I do feel like the unfinished business here is that they still need to kind of get free of whatever they're caught up in, some sort of web that they're still caught up in. So we do have the keywords: drama, manipulation, and intrigue. Okay. Sometimes we can be very attracted as well to people that are hot and cold, up and down, all over the place. Okay. And sometimes the reason that we are attracted to those types of people is because it reminds us, it just reminds us of something. It's either childhood stuff. It could even be the extreme high and then an extreme low. It does something to the brain. There's all kinds of things. And so I feel like the unfinished business between you and this person is that you're freeing yourself day by day. Like you're getting free from this web, and whatever defects or whatever is going on with your person that could have created this. I just feel like every single day that goes by, whether you see them or not or deal with them or not, you're getting free from this web. And they could still be caught up in that because they still need to see something within themselves. And I just saw here for you guys, you're really taking a good look at yourself to figure out who you are, what you're doing, and why you're doing what you're doing. Okay. So let's go ahead and get a tarot card with this one. Somebody could also be with another partner. I'm getting that as well. They're caught up. It's not an excuse, but they're caught up in some sort of drama. They're caught up in something. I'm also getting for some of you as well that this person may have lied to you, manipulated you. There could have been drama surrounding a situation. They were very intrigued to participate in something that was dark, and it ultimately ended up hurting and betraying you. So there's this unfinished business to where maybe an apology has not been delivered, and you might still be kind of expecting that. That could be something that, should happen. It doesn't mean it will, but it should happen. Yeah. The Hierophant in the reverse position means somebody didn't do the right thing. Okay. Somebody did not act with integrity. This could be an affair, though, you guys. It's not for everybody, but I feel like somebody may have gotten caught up in an affair, caught up in something that just wasn't the best. I mean, it's not to judge anybody, who's ever had an affair, who has ever lied to someone or cheated on someone. I mean, these things happen, and they more or less happen because of our own personal defects. It's not even the other person really, but nobody wins. Nobody wins in that situation. Everybody gets caught up, Everybody kind of suffers, whether it is you, the person, or the people that are connected to you and that person. So when we don't act with integrity, then things get dark. And I just feel that people that have made the wrong decisions, they may not have apologized. They may not have decided to do the right thing. So I feel like this still exists between the two of you. This owl here, you can see. Let's turn it over. I think this is kind of interesting, actually. The owl has that wisdom that they're trying to learn. And I feel like this is connected because the very first card that was connected to your person was this card. And they have a book. You see? So I feel like they're trying to learn the error of their ways. I feel like your person doesn't want to continue to hurt you. So that's why they may have let you go, pulled out of your life, or are not contacting you, because they don't want to continue to be caught up in this web of doing the wrong thing. There it is. So in a way, try not to be sad. Okay, this is for those of you that are dealing with a third-party situation. Try not to be sad that this person has not made contact with you. Try not to be sad that they don't want to be with you at this time, or vice versa, or whatever's going on here, whatever's stuck. Because to go back to this situation where people are not available, it's not going to serve anyone. So maybe wish for whatever is for the highest good of all involved. And sometimes the highest good of all involved means that other person stays with their partner. It's not necessarily our will. It's the will of, the universe pretty much. So I just feel like the unfinished business between the two of you is that someone is still maybe not making the right choices, or they're not acting with an integrity, or they're not available. There's a marriage or something like that, like a relationship. And so until they release this, then you guys can't really move forward. That seems to be what I'm getting here. So just take it if it resonates. Okay. What else? We have fantasy. So daydreams, imagination, conception. So it's almost like it doesn't mean that this connection is just a fantasy. It just means that it's not really based in reality. We can't really move forward, especially if someone is with someone else. You know that too. This person knows it as well. So it's not just you that knows this. This person knows this as well. This person knows that it may not be the right thing to continue to, do something if there's other people involved. Now, if there is no third party situation, because I feel like that's some of your stories as well, it's almost like it's easier to just stay in this fantasy of what could have been, rather than actually taking any action on it and trying to make wrongs right. I almost feel like your person is got a lot of fear. They're stuck in fear, and it kind of just makes sense because we got this for your person. Where is it? Accept the situation. Okay. So to me, that really told me that there's this fear with change. There's this fear with trying to do anything differently. There's this fear of just trying to do the right thing, or to just even communicate that. So yeah, if your person's not ready to do the right thing, or they're not available, then I'm almost feeling here that that's kind of probably why you guys are both trapped in this like in-between stage of a fantasy, because it's not based in reality. It's not reality that you guys can be together, just, taking into consideration what's going on in your lives, or where this person's at versus where you're at. That's the reality. And we have the Two of Wands. Yeah, so the Two of Wands in the reverse position is like a lack of a decision. Okay, we can't really move forward. So I just feel like you guys are trapped. And it doesn't mean that you're trapped, like you can't move forward. But I feel like this connection is kind of lost in time. That's what I'm seeing here. It's lost in time. And until there is some sort of major shifts and changes within your worlds, it's like you guys are not going to successfully be able to make this work. So I just feel that time is needed. But, you know, my message is always going to be, don't waste your time waiting on this person to change. Make the changes that you want to see show up for you in your life and live your life, because we only have one life to live that you're aware of right now. I mean, yes, we can believe in many lifetimes and all this other stuff, but you know, you're living this life right now. That's kind of the reality that you're in right now. So make it count. Don't waste all that time swimming in this or waiting for things to change. Don't get caught up in that, because that isn't going to help you live your best life. So love yourself enough, and also love this person enough to say, you know what, maybe in another life or maybe later on, but until then, I'm going to keep carrying on. I think that's great. I really do. So that's the unfinished business right now. Until somebody makes a shift or change in their life, major one, you know, it just unfortunately isn't really going to go anywhere. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to see how you and this person energetically connect during a separation. So you guys aren't speaking, you guys aren't together. How are you guys connecting? So this is a dream oracle. So of course we're going to see if there's any dreams or like meditation, 5D, telepathy, energy coming through. What's connecting you and this individual at this time during separation? Okay, so we have bridge. Wow. I almost feel like you guys both, deep down in your souls, wish to reconnect. Okay. What is a bridge? A bridge to me is reconciliation. So I just feel that, you know, it's like wanting to build the bridge of communication, you know, wanting to cross that bridge, but being afraid to cross that bridge. So I feel like in the dream world or 5D or like a meditative state, I feel like you guys are both connecting in that world, in that realm. It says, stay strong and remain connected to what is important to you. You're important to this person and this person is important to you. So even though the reality of what's going on in the 3D world might not mirror that, I'm getting here on a higher realm, in a higher realm level. You guys do treat each other as you are important to one another. So it's a completely different energy here, and it's really nice. So that's the energy. It's a bridge. So if you guys are, you know, like a bridge, or you see this person on a bridge, of course, a movie, The Bridges of Madison County. I'm sorry, I've got to say it. And that right there is the perfect example of an affair. That is the perfect example of people choosing to stay with their partner. You know, whether for whatever reason that is, that was their fate. That was the fate of the situation. She loved him. Meryl Streep loved Clint Eastwood, but she stayed with her husband, you know? And I don't want to ruin the movie. I'm sure almost all of you have seen it, but you know, in the end, it's just amazing the love that they still shared, you know, but they weren't together. So for some reason, that movie is coming through as a message for me here. So let's see how else you guys are connecting. What planet connects the two of you? We have Mars. That doesn't surprise me at all, because Mars is very passionate, okay? You and this person could share a very explosive physical relationship, as in it's so passionate, it's so powerful, it's like out of this freaking world. You might feel like you'll never be able to replace that, or never have that kind of a feeling with another person again. And you could be right, but that doesn't mean you can't be happy, okay? You know, obviously, Meryl Streep, in that movie, Bridges of Madison County, she shared something special with Clint Eastwood that she didn't share with her husband, but her and her husband had a different connection. So I just kind of feel like that storyline is very fitting here. So you and this person do share that. Now, Mars energy can be very angry and aggressive as well. It can be also very competitive. So you and this individual could be competitors. You could compare yourself to them. This person could also really drive you to succeed, almost like I'm going to show you. It's that kind of energy. But I feel like you guys both connect here in a very passionate way. But it could be love, or it could be hate, like love-hate type of energy here. You guys may have really done a lot of things to hurt one another, but there's something about just the passion that exists. That's why it's so powerful. What else? What else connects you and your individual when you guys are in this separation? We have the 9th house. Broadening your horizons, either spiritually, academically, or on a long journey. First of all, it's a spiritual connection. Okay? That's that 9th house. It's your spiritual connection. It's your spiritual journey. It's you broadening your horizons, you looking at things differently. You growing spiritually, a spiritual awakening. So I do feel like you guys are together in spirit. I feel like you guys continuously connect in the higher realms. I feel like they're a part of your spiritual ascension and you're a part of theirs as well. There's some things that you guys have either said or have had an impact on one another that you're never going to forget. So I feel like you guys continuously connect in that spirit world, that spirit realm. And what else? And we have Libra. That's beautiful. Libra is very romantic. Libra is Venus energy. It's very much about, harmony in a relationship. I feel like you guys are very much in a harmonious place in a higher realm, in 5D energy, in the dream world. You guys have a lot of love. It's very balanced in this other realm. It may not be that way in the 3D reality, but in some other dimension, it is. So you guys are connecting on this very spiritual, like you guys can have a lot of dreams that are very passionate, you know what I mean, about this person, where you guys are connecting, where you guys are having beautiful conversations. It's very healing. It's very spiritual. It's like you guys might also be doing some sort of like spiritual work, fulfilling some sort of purpose and mission, not physically together, but in spirit. I hope that makes sense. That's what I'm getting as well. So if you guys are feeling really good, energetically connected to this person in this realm here, I'm not seeing that it's a bad thing. Now, it can become a negative thing if you're completely focused on this and you're, isolating yourself from everything else in your life because of this situation. That can become a negative. But if you guys are feeling quite positive and inspired, and this person is, the energy of them, that you connect with them on this level is very harmonious to you, I'd say continue. If it's not holding you back and it's actually uplifting you and really inspiring you, then have at it. I think that that's a wonderful thing. So that is what we have as far as you and your person connecting in another world. Another World. Isn't that an old soap opera from like the 80s or 90s? Yeah. All right, you guys. So we're going to end this reading with what the spiritual work is, self-care that both you and your individual are going to be undertaking moving forward. Okay. What is your person going to surrender or surrender to, and vice versa? What is your person surrendering or surrendering to when it comes to this journey? Okay, so that makes sense to me, because I did see that your person is really under a lot of stress. There's a lot of things, and that's why they're in the Hermit's mode, okay? So it says, take a few deep breaths and exhale the attention that you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. Yeah, I feel like this person needs a timeout. This person needs a break. They need to just be on their own for a while. They need that time and space. So if they've asked this of you, I feel like you definitely should give it to them, because there is some sort of heavy energy here, okay? What about you? Oh, I like this for you. Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. It says, let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your power and soar in your life. Yes. And I definitely got all of this earlier. The Hanged Man being in the reverse position, the 5 of Swords being in the reverse position, 3 of Swords reversed. You are letting a lot of stuff go. A lot of this storyline or this, narrative that you're a victim, and that's not to minimize anything that's happened to you, but you're not focusing on that. You're choosing, and you're not doing like a spiritual bypass where you're pretending it didn't happen. You're just realizing that it doesn't really do you any good to hold on to that that bitterness. It doesn't do you any good to hold on to things or to try to force things that you can't really change. All you can do is change yourself. And so you're not carrying on in old ways. You're carrying on in new ways. And you're also expanding and opening up your mind to new belief systems, which is why you and this person are connected to the ninth house. You're not supposed to stay stuck in this house. You're supposed to expand your horizons. You're supposed to learn new things. You're not supposed to go round and round in the same circle waiting for things to change. You know, I think that actually came up in a daily reading. I think it was yesterday. Yeah. You know, you keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting the same result or expecting different results, but you keep getting the same. So at some point we have to shift out of that. And I feel like that's what you, the viewer, is doing. So this is what you guys have to look forward to. There are some shifts that are taking place for both of you. Love this. All right. And then last messages here are about self-care. I'm sorry, you guys, my dryer just keeps doing the buzz over and over and over again. So annoying. Okay. This is Ascension Healing that is taking place in the connection as we move forward. So as we take care of ourselves, we clear, we heal, we shift, we change. So what does this vibration look like moving forward in this connection? Oh, yes, yes, breathe. Yes, this is exactly what I was picking up on earlier. Both of you guys are going to be in a more relaxed state. You're just going to be, look at her, it's just zen, being centered, you know, focusing on yourself, being in alignment with yourself, with the universe. When you're in alignment with the universe, you're in alignment with yourself, you're in alignment with other people. And I just feel like right now, you and this person are misaligned, and it's because there's a lot of misalignment within the selves, right? So this is going to change. This is going to change. We're going to start feeling a lot more relief. We're going to start feeling a lot better. We're just going to breathe. We're going to relax. We're not going to stress so much about, you know, things. What else? Look, the Fool. This is an opportunity to have a fresh new start, a whole new change here. It says spontaneity, taking chances, taking risks, doing something new, doing something different. And I just feel like both of you are going to be going about your journeys in a whole new way. You guys are going to, in a way, be open to learning just new things that you weren't willing to maybe learn before. And you're definitely going to be expanding your minds. And I also feel like you guys will continue to stay connected in this higher realm. If you meditate and connect with this person, or you have conversations with this person, or you meet them in the dream world, I'm getting here that this will continue. It doesn't mean that you won't see them. That's not predicting that you won't, but I just feel like you guys will at least still be connected in that very positive, uplifting, fresh new energy, right? That's what I'm seeing here. And then we have the Sun's energy. The Sun is coming up in the reverse position in this one. So the Sun is illumination, but I feel like when it's in the reverse position, it means that we could still feel somewhat lost. We can still feel somewhat burned out, okay? So as long as we continue fresh approaches, as long as we continue to cut away from the old and let go of old ways of thinking, outdated belief systems, things like that, then we're not going to feel the pressure of the Sun reverse. We're not going to feel burned out. We're not going to spin our wheels and get nowhere, okay? So I feel like the best thing that we can possibly do when it comes to ourselves is just remain centered, remain grounded. Don't be afraid to do new things and try new things, okay? And I feel like with time, it will be illuminated with where this connection is headed, or ultimately where it's supposed to go, okay? But I'm getting here right now, it's just not illuminated that this is something that is going to be kind of figured out at this moment. And now we have the Empress in the reverse position. The Empress is kind of like a lack of growth, all right? But it doesn't mean that you can't grow. So I feel like when I'm asking Spirit to kind of give us a little bit of how things are going to shift in the future for the two of you, I feel like individually you guys are going to be making shifts, maybe not 100% together in the 3D world, but you guys are going to find your way. And I like this because the Empress is feminine and the Sun is masculine. So I feel like the masculine and the feminine still have work to do. They still have work to do on themselves. And maybe this is about a timing issue. Maybe the time isn't right for these two people to come together. Maybe later on it will be. And then we have the Nine of Cups. And I love this because the Nine of Cups is about feeling bliss within yourself. And when we feel bliss within ourselves and we feel happy on our own, then we can truly be happy with other people. And I feel like that might be what's missing. So both of you guys are kind of on this journey to really, really love yourselves and to really spend some good quality time with yourselves. So that way you guys can maybe, hopefully, experience this bliss together at some point. But even if that doesn't happen, I'm getting here that moving forward, you guys are going to be happy no matter what. Because the Nine of Cups, whenever it shows up, however it shows up in a reading, especially with the Sun, to me, things are progressing in a positive direction, even if we don't exactly know how that's going to end. So anyways, you guys, I really hope that this reading was helpful, or at least, just enjoyable and healing for you to hear. And let me know if you guys have any, what am I saying? Let me know if you have any questions. I was going to say that if you guys are interested in a personal reading, especially on this particular topic, I am taking personal readings at this time. There was a while where I took a little bit of a break, but I finally feel refreshed. I've gotten a lot of different things done and cleared away that were just kind of, bogging down my energy. And so if you guys are interested, I will put that information down below. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Take care, and I'll be posting some things throughout the weekend as well. All right. Bye-bye.